Hey, so yeah, so I'm way too excited to show you this. So yeah, so this is the file that's recording right now. But yeah, so I'm in the library, so you're gonna hear background noise. But yeah, so this is the prompt library, and so like here, you can anytime you want to put a prompt in, you want to add variables, it works. There's chain prompting, there's role prompting as well, where you can add knowledge entries. Key thing, these knowledge entries are not big. These knowledge entries are not big knowledge entries. So when you fill it out, you just put the name, when to use it, and then a quick snippet or quick guide on it. But you don't fill it out with a you don't fill out you don't fill it out with like paragraphs like this, so that when you want to now use it, it's now taking up your whole token limit. No. But yeah, so this is how it works. You can save prompts. If you have a license key, you have Pro, you get all these extra features: command palette, usage analytics, markdown, export, whatnot, prompt chaining, variable types and templates. Variable types are when you add a variable, so down here, my input, you can choose what type of variable it is. So when I now go back, it's now a number input. So when I click on it, I can go up, and it can go up higher. So when I now click copy, we'll come back to a little document I have here to show you, and click paste. It says my input is now 225. I can change it to 10. Copy it again. Then this will always go down anytime you use it, and when you last used it, paste it in again, and it's changed 1066. Or you can change it to be a date format, so you can pick a date when whatnot. Or you can add a drop down of different options to pick from. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I now save it, it now has drop down of 10 numbers I can pick from each time. So that's what the variable types are. And then I can also choose when it's. I can also choose if it's not seen as a variable, or if it's seen as a variable. So that's it. And I cannot stress enough to you guys, when this, it will generate your DB file. Do not delete this DB file. For example, I'm going to remove it out from here. I'm going to close this. Whenever you open it, it will first look for a DB file. If there's none, it will generate one. So open it. You'll see it first. It's gonna look, and this, you see it generated a DB file. But then now there's nothing here. It's gonna take time to load and set up and whatnot. But then I'll have to try and fix it. It takes. It does take a while for everything to like set up and all the icons to go back in place. Is there a way to speed up the loading up? So yeah, and now it's all here. So if you ever want to see how it works, click load starter prompts and everything will be here. Product description, bug report, cover letter and whatnot, LinkedIn post. And so this will show you how it works. And you've got your things here. So I can delete this. I can delete all of them. And if again you want them back, click it. But then here we go again. So because I I already have my own DB file. I'm gonna come back here, put it back. When I now reopen it, here we go. All my prompts are back. So, and whenever this is crazy. You can get massive here. This is all different. This is all variables within the prompt. Of course, I've chosen for them all not to be seen because I didn't want it. But yeah, I can now pick and choose the variables it takes. I want asset A to show, asset B, C, and I want basic concept. Save. It's all down here. Asset A, B, C, and basic concept. I can choose to remove. I can choose to remove B. B is now gone. And I can choose to just click off, and there we go. They're all gone again. Oh, I choose to remove basic concept. Here and basic concept, it's gone and it's done. You have, when you put your license key in, of course, when you click down here, your license key is here. So this is just put my name there. When you click your license key, it will now be here. And then you click here, you'll see all your prompts that are within here. The ones you've never used, the folders, total uses, and in the last time you see a timeline of when you've used the library. You'll see your most used prompt. If you do rate your prompts, you'll see rating distribution of how many prompts are good and bad. You can't, of course. Oh, also, if you click here, so I'm going to click Meta Prompt Orchestrator, it will come up here. Role prompting is the newest addition to it. You can create role prompts, and then also I forgot to say my favorite feature. It has a command palette. So if I want to toggle okay, I'm not in the sidebar area, but if I want to toggle the theme, I can. I don't know if I can open analytics from here. No, I can't. But yeah, so this is a prompt base. But let me come back here. I can open analytics. I can toggle the sidebar, that sidebar. So I want to toggle it again. I can just type it sidebar, press enter, and it will go. If I want to find a prompt quickly, let's go roses, ROSES. I don't know where it is in my library, but it will bring it up to me here, and I can now use it. So all the prompts that are in your library, you can sort by folder, tags, and categories and whatnot. So it's so cool. You can save your favorites, and so this is one of the prompts from the roles section here. So I just filled this out here, and then I just saved it. My goal here is that you should be able to either build a prompt in the library and save it here. Also, I forgot to say, here's prompt chaining. So if I go to this prompt, I go to chain, you can now choose what prompt. So I want to have reverse any prompt, any prompt, and then refine it. Add step, save it. Now you will have a workflow. Run chain. You'll say, let's say any prompt. I've got prompts in my. I have prompts in my sidebar here. Next phase. It will always tell you to take the phase of the last one so you can add it. But let's just skip that part. Save and go to phase 2. And then my input, take the of the previous phase and finish. I can now copy the full chain. Again, let's go back to our little grey document here, and there we go. There's our new prompt. It doesn't work at the moment, so I need to try and fix that. But yeah, so now this is a full chain. Phase 1, phase 2. So if I now copy this. Also, Again, you can copy that full chain and add it as a new prompt. Or if this was open, was it in here? In here, I can just go and then new prompt. Here we go. I've opened it. I haven't left here. Paste it in, and there we go. It's copied the input and then the my other input. So I can now save this as test chain. Click save. Now I've got a prompt with a test chain, and I can go. My input is this, and I can take my input and say this is my input. And I'm going to take the output of the previous phase. It's done. Okay, yeah, take output of the previous phase. So we're going to go copy. Now that's a. Remember, this is going to be the input for this prompt, this section, and this top part is going to be input for this section. So let's come back to our little grey box here. Paste it. There we go. Fill this out here. Oh, I've done it backwards. Sorry, because this does it in what do you call it? In alphabetical order. So I'm gonna copy it here, and then I'm gonna paste it here. So now copy it. So now come back here, paste it there again. So now the output of the previous phase. Here's the here. So now I can now come into GPT. Let's open a brand new chat. Paste this in. Now I'll come back once GPT has gone through this properly because my internet's a bit slow. I'll come back. Bear with. So now here we go. So here's so now we've pasted our prompting in. It's going to analyze this prompt. And so it's now done that. Here's now our second phase, refinement system. Step 1, input, it's going through it. It's refining it using my refinement prompt A, B, C. Final delivery is going to choose version C. And so right now it's taken my prompt I've given to it and optimized it. And this is the crazy part about this. If you really want to get absolutely crazy with this, let's come back to Claude quickly. Okay, let's quickly. So it's quickly fixed it. So let's go and quickly build it while I'm talking. There we go. It's building. So like now, if you want to get crazy with this, here's a chain. Here's our chain again. Oh, it's stopping any process. Okay, so it can't run while I have this. But yeah. So while that is going, because I can't show you, I'm going to try and show you what my plan is with this file you saw. This is going to be crazy. So I'm going to open this. This is a prompt builder that I previously worked on. It has templates within it. It has light and dark mode. And the way this works is that you build your prompt out by filling out each one of these sections. You can choose what the starter is, design a few short prompts for this, pretend and whatnot. You are this, act as this, behave in the channel, the mindset of whatever. I'm just gonna pick. I'm gonna pick engineer to serve as, but instead I'm gonna pick a prompt from. Let's build it. Let's take it from here. So like now we have already have a pre-existing prompt. So I'm just double checking the time here. So we already pre-existing. We have already pre-existing prompts. Let's go back to our grey box. We've got a prompt already pre-existing here that we can use. Knowledge base, when to use and whatnot. So we've already got a pre-existing folder or file. So I can choose to save this. Let me enter a name. TES test 1. Click save. It will now save here, and I can come back here. So let's change it to a different template. So remember we used creative writing. Come back. Load, and it's here. So what my idea is, I'm going to try and see if I can load this into the prompt library underneath the roles workspace, and so I can like click behavioral. You can add whatnot, and you can make this pretty comprehensive. Ethical guidelines, custom constraints, everything. So I'm going to try and add this to the prompt library. So then when you are done, you can just save it and put it in the library. So let's come back. Let's see where this is in. So now I'm going to try something. And let's try something out here. Oh, my headset's fallen off. Forgive me. So I'm going to start a new task so it's not using all of Claude's things. I'm going to go to prompt library update. I'm going to also use some skills. I'm going to click design an interface. I'm going to pick UI brief generator, and I'm going to pick one of the plugins that Claude gives. Yes. Now what I'm going to do is I want to add this as a new workspace in the prompt library so that users can make a mega prompt with the agent builder. This is separate from the roles workspace. This is for more advanced users. So yeah, let's keep this into the premium section so they have to use a license key to unlock this. Keep the roles workspace for the free users as well, so that if they want to expand and try bigger, they can use this. So now Claude's going to try and do its thing. And we're going to go. I'm going to pin this. So right now we're going to have, it's going to get crazy. So we're only, and just to show you how much I've been working on this, here are all the backup files for it. These are all the backup files for the HTML file, just in case something breaks. Here's the JavaScript backup files. Oh god, I'm so small. Let me move me down here. Yeah, so here's the, and I just think this is crazy, absolutely crazy. So remember again, everything is done within this DB file. If you remove this DB file, everything is gone. As I mean, vanished. This is what keeps this local. As in, this is what keeps it locable. This is what keeps it local. This is what keeps it shareable. Because if you download this prompt library on your other computers, you can easily put this into a hard drive or a USB drive and convert it over and move it to your other library and then work through it on there. Yeah. Mm, so yeah, it's going to build that. But we're gonna see how this works. So I'm gonna let this finish, and this is going to be crazy. Okay, I don't have my mic on. Bear with. Okay, forgive me for that. So yeah, so this is how it would now look. So we're gonna build it right now together. So all I have to do is just double click this. So don't worry, you're not gonna get this build.bat. Don't worry, you're gonna get a installer file like this. So all you'll do is just double click it like this, and an install window will come up. But that's not it. So I'm gonna click build. I'm curious if it's going to still close all of these. Yep, it's going to close everything. So let me come back and then we'll see where this goes. So forgive me, I'm still at the library, as you can see. But anyhow, let's go. It's been built. We're going to go to build. Nope, we're going to go into dist. And now, let's see. Let's see how it looks. It shouldn't take long to load. There we go. Ah, it's broken. Hey. So it's a little bit broken. So I'm gonna use the debug. Let's just hope I don't run out of it. And so close. Well, so close, but so far. So yeah. So when you come into the prompt library, so let's quickly go over this again. I'm going to pin this to text bar. I'm going to close this. Let's so I'm going to close it. I'm going to remove my DB file from my. I'm going to remove my DB file from my thing here. I'm going to open it up again. And all of these again, you saw it created a brand new one. And here we go, everything's here. And again, so you can't use this. I'm going to get it to try and update the list here. But yes, you can't use this. You can't use. If you want to export in other formats, you can import. And then this, I think this is your template here. So prompt title, description. In fact, I'm curious. Let's try this. Prompt title list. So description will go into a code block. I'm just curious to see if it works if I do it manually. So I'm gonna go code. So I'm gonna have this in the code block. It says title in title, and so story guide. And then how does description test? I'm just curious if I upload it like this, would it work? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So the import format it shows here is how you can upload it. You can upload a JSON or Markdown file. So if you have all your prompts listed like this, it will work. So you don't have to have folder and whatnot. But yeah, but you come, but I don't think I think this. Yep, it's still there. But yeah, but this is broken, so we're gonna try and fix it right now. Let's unpin. Let's hope. Up, I've hit the limit. So unfortunately, this doesn't work so well. But you see the plan here of how it works. See, so I opened a new one and it still doesn't work, and it's all gone. But you see, this is still saved because it's using it because it is now using this DB file. I'm going to delete this one, move this to my recycling bin, move this back. Now get ready. When I open this, all up again, everything should work. It just doesn't have the new thing here. So my roles, everything, my prompt is still here. Knowledge base. So I'm gonna say I've made this a prompt engineer. Generating reliable, reusable prompts. I'm going to put this framework in here because it's one of my favorite ones. Here. Use this prompt template to structure reliable outputs. So I'm going to click save. Now this has been saved. So you have a knowledge base here, when to use this and whatnot. So I can, if I want, I can copy this. Let's go to our document again. I'm going to go when to use this. I'm going to expand this a little bit so that improve. I'm going to click improve. So I'm going to copy this into my library here. I'm going to change the title back to this. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to click rephrase. And then I want to expand this a little. No, so here we go. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go here. But now I'm up here. I'm going to go expertise. Expertise. I'm going to click improve. So, and I can just quickly come back here, click copy, and then paste. So, and then when I now click save, all of this would have changed. Of course, it's a big prompt, so, and I can click save here. I can click copy structured. So structured here, and it's all back here. Fun thing, you can even do XML, and now it's all in XML format. So if I want to go into GPT and whatnot, so let's go into GPT. Oh, that's gone. Here we go, and I'm gonna go paste. That's what we did earlier. Okay, so my GPT is just improving it. I wonder if my GPT will improve it if it is in the structured format. Let's try this again. Maybe it's because it's just using the previous prompt. Well, let's create another one quickly. So, oh, so it's still going through the phases. Yeah, so it's just going through the workflow. But this one, so yeah, so my GPT just improved the prompt tenfold. So so now if I want to use it, so guess what? Get ready. I can just come back into my prompt library and create new prompt, save this, and if I want to add more example, I'm going to say example, and then I want to keep going. I can expand this. So like here, if I want to go back here, examples of the way I talk, how this role talks, I can add more. By copying this, I can just add a list into this. So I can copy here, and let's come back to here. I can add more to this. I'm just being mindful of, actually I can add more to this. So I can keep adding more of examples so it knows, so it's not just AI talk. But yeah, this is crazy what you can do. So I can now, let's come back here quickly. I'm going to copy this prompt, come into my library here, save it, and I'm going to save it as senior prompt engineer. And I'm going to put this as a description and go. Now I've got a new prompt that I can just use, and if I want to, I can quickly add here to, here is my input, insert text, and then double brackets, save. Now I've got a reusable prompt that I can now just grab. I'm gonna go and grab my refinement prompt, copy, paste, go. Now I'm gonna delete this one. So now it's gonna take it, hopefully, I think it's gonna, I don't even think it even followed my prompt. Oh, it's 35 minutes. Let's just quickly end it. So yeah, you now can see how powerful this is. Anyhow, let me quickly end this and just see what I can do with this. Anyhow, toodles.